Well, the seeds have been ordered, the seeds have been delivered, and right now it's the first day of February. And what we're going to do today, we're going to discuss how to set up your own grow lights, but do it economically. Now, a lot of folks will tell you, you need this real expensive lights, these special plant bulbs, and those are all good. And sometimes you'll look in the seed catalogs and they'll be extremely expensive. I'm going to show you how I do mine, and it's been extremely successful all of these years. And I want to give you an idea how I do mine. So here I have a regular set of shelves, and you can use any kind of shelf that you want. This one happens to be a metal shelf, but you can use plastic. And what I do is, first of all, I like it to be 4 foot wide and have at least 18 inches in this direction and then 18 inches deep. Now, you can make it any size you want as far as how deep. It depends how many flats that you want to start. So to make this very simple, I'm just going to tell you, I do not buy expensive plant lights. I have here regular shop lights, the kind of shop light you can find at the big box store, or you can go on Amazon. And all these are just fluorescent tubes. Now, there's different types of tubes you can use. I have tried like this row, this group here. They're all cool white. Or down here, here's some that I found, some inexpensive grow light fluorescent tubes. Or if you like, and this is the one I think I would do if I was starting all over again, and that one's back here, if you can see it, we have a warm white and a cool white per each bank of shop lights. Now, all that you have to do is decide what size shelf. Again, 48 inches is necessary because these are 48 inches. And I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. There's LEDs, there's all kinds of expensive, fancy ones, but I grow all my tomatoes, my peppers, a lot of my herbs I start real early. And what we do is we just simply, I have my flats here, and we'll be discussing next week how I plant these. But what we do, we fill them with potting mix, and then we have the regular plastic tray, and here we have the dividers. Now, the cells, I should say. Now, what I would really suggest, if you're going to grow a lot of things, these can be purchased on Amazon in bulk, extremely inexpensive, or you can go to your local big box store and just buy smaller amounts if you want. And then I get the ones that have the plastic lids. And quite simply, what I do, you use a good heavy-duty power switch, and that will turn them on and off and on. This can be done very inexpensively. A shop light on sale, you can get them for $20. The tubes are about $3 a piece. So you're talking, very inexpensive to get started with your own grow lights. The other thing that's important is these are set up this way now, but when we plant the seeds and the seeds germinate, you've got to get them within 2 inches of the lights. Now, how do you do that? There's 2 different ways. There's one way, these are a little tight, so I don't do it that way, but they're on chains and you can lower them and bring them back up. But because I don't have a lot of room, just because of the style of shelf I have, these have a big overhang right here, I put wood blocks underneath these. And then after they've germinated and we've got them up here, they start to grow. And as they start to grow, we put a smaller blocks, smaller blocks, smaller box. And then by the time they are that large, and I usually will transplant these, of course, into larger containers. This is where my heirloom tomatoes, my favorite thing to grow, this is where I start them. We'll put them into little larger pots, but then at that point you do not have to raise or lower because they're going to be right there anyway. And then by the time that they're right up to the lights, the hope is the weather will cooperate and you will be able to plant them out in your garden, all of your plants. You can also start your early crops. You can start cabbage and broccoli. And a lot of folks, I've seen online in different gardening groups, how do I start my earlies or how do I start my lates? This is how I do it. And this is very inexpensive. Maybe you only want to start with just one set of lights, and maybe you can build something that would go across and you could hang your lights. I recommend, though, 3 sets of lights if you have this depth here of 18 inches. If you don't need that much, then you can bring them back in a little closer. So I hope that helps you. I'm one of these people, I like to do things as inexpensively as possible, but don't be fooled into thinking you have to spend a fortune on grow lights, because you really don't. I've grown beautiful tomatoes this way with grow light tubes, which cost a little more, or with a mixture of your daylight and your cool light. Well, I hope this has been a big help to you, and hope this will inspire you to grow your own vegetables and flowers. I grow zinnias, or your herbs, and it's not too late to order your seeds. There's a lot of good seed companies out there, Baker Creek and a bunch of others. Victory Seeds is a good one. If you want good heirloom, open pollinated, non-GMOs, it's not too late. Or you can go to your big box store and buy your seeds. And next week, we're going to be talking about planting some of our very earliest vegetables and herbs. So thank you very much, and I hope this is helpful. Have a great day.